Query from Dubai, UAE. There are members from outside our community as well, outside the country as well. Of course, Indians. So discussing the treatment costs with the patient, deciding the treatment charges, getting exposure in the community, how to start digital marketing. Discussing the treatment cost with the patient comes along with discussing the details of the treatment. And of course, it has to be an imperative part of your consent form as well. If the treatment charges are on the higher side, you can, let's say above 15 to 20,000, I suggest a treatment approval form as well. So many times I've shared that form in the WhatsApp community itself. So that form becomes a double surety of the patient signing on two places, for the consent also and for the treatment approval form also. And of course, some of you who have done that process, they know it in which sequence that we do. So it has to be conveyed alongside. Deciding the treatment charges, getting exposure in the community, how to start digital marketing. Digital marketing, how to start with a podcast, start with a video, start with a short, start with a reel, start with a blog, start with a poster. There are so many possibilities. These are the basic 4 things. A video in different forms, story, reel, short, or a long format or a short format. This is one option, video. Blog. You don't need to write long articles like me. You can write 100, 150, 200 words article just to make your public aware. Infographic poster, do you know? Make it. 4 don'ts, 4 do's. There are endless possibilities. What is the meaning? Podcast. Don't want to show your face? Use podcast. 4 basic things to start with digital marketing. This is for your organic presence. Anyone who wants to start with digital marketing needs to have 2 things for sure. Other than organic content, which I've just said, podcast, videos in any format, blogs and posters. This is organic. For example, my content on my channel is organic content for me because it is not a paid content. It is free for everyone to watch it. That is organic. Now, before you venture into the paid marketing, 2 steps, 2 things which are a must. Website and reviews. Google reviews are the best format. So that ways you can gain a lot of, you can say, validation from the patients. लोग बोलते हैं मेरे 5,000 रिव्यूज चाहिए तब जाके मेरी बात बनी. अरे नहीं चाहिए, 40-50 भी हो जाएंगे. Good enough. Good enough. Nobody reads beyond 5 or 10. Nobody reads beyond 5 or 10. If you can have 50, 100, 200, good. Keep on accumulating. But believing कि जब मेरे 5,000 होंगे तब मैं करूंगा. No. Even if you have 20, 30, 40, 50, go ahead. Make sure जो Google review पे हैं, they are replicated on your website also. So that कल को आप पेड के लिए जाते हैं, ऑर्गेनिक में आपका कुछ ना कुछ सेटअप हो. Yes, this is guys creating information and education. He has a website where you can have a virtual tour of your clinic, before after services, and the most important thing, Google reviews or feedback or testimonial or video reviews, whatever way, different ways, but bottom line is reviews or testimonials. वो चीज है, then go ahead and go in for paid marketing, because then whosoever comes across you, they'll get validation by searching for you. Google reviews will give them a search point. Dr. BSA, Bhavdeep Singh is present. Website gives Dr. BSA is present. Organic YouTube gives that. Instagram gives that. Organic content present everywhere. Website, Google. इससे और क्या सबूत चाहिए? Because if you straight away go into paid marketing, people are going to Google you. They don't find you anywhere. Oh, I'm so shy to make a video. I can't make a video. People are not going to respect you for that. And nobody is going to buy from you the first time they come across online. They come across you online first time or second time, they are not going to buy from you. And in this case, buy from you means patients. Everyone is present on social media. Everyone is present online. 90% of the searches begin from the 5-6 inch device called as a cell phone. So if you understand this dynamic relationship between these 3 objects, the organic, the website and the reviews part, and the paid. Paid is just a catalyst. which binds all this and it is like setting the cat amongst the pigeons. Paid is going to give you instant visibility. That is why it is not called as paid marketing. It is called as performance marketing. The new age term for paid marketing or paid ads is performance marketing. You pay money, you get performance. That is as instant as that. So understand the relation between these three, and these three can't work without each other. Organic, relying only on organic is like word of mouth. कभी ना कभी तो मेरा समय आएगा, मैं इतने वीडियोस बना रहा हूँ, कोई ना कोई तो आएगा. Only on Google reviews may be a little better than only organic content, but still no catalyst. बारिश पड़ गई, सिलाव आ गया, moisture आ गया. A catalyst is there, सब गायब. Everything gets you can say, catches like a wildfire. Not knowing the numbers means what is ideal and average production per month in the dental clinic, what should be the profit, how much are my neighbors charging, what should be my goal regarding new patients, monthly production, etc. If you have so many learning goals, except one, how much are your neighbors charging? All these can be learning goals. And it does not start from how much you should be doing. It starts the reverse. You need to have a clarity how much you want to do. Because understand and hear me out, please. The simplest thing is that you need to have a clarity of what you want to do. Means you give a goal to it. Means you give a number to it. Means you quantify it. Number लगा देना, quantify it. And then you work in the backward direction. इसके लिए ये effort करना. I want, मेरी forte है, मेरी niche है root canals. Let me work out backward. How much I want to do? I want to charge 4,000. I want to do 40 root canals. So 1,60,000 comes from here. What do I have to do? Make a plan in backward direction. I have to create organic content for that. I have to do root canals and I have to take a feedback also. And I have to put my cases also on the Google. And then I have to go in for the paid marketing, whereby I convey that my forte is painless root canals. The problem is we live in that zone where we believe, oh, ऐसे बाल को गुच्छा मुच्छा कर देना किसी को, ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. It's like that. कि मैं क्या करूं? It's like that मैं बाल खोल के ना उनको साइड पर रख दूं. But it is this you can say stress, I would say. ये चीजें cause करती हैं stress, and stress is because of overwhelm. And when you get overwhelmed, why it is that? Because there is so much confusion and clutter around you. Why is that? Because you don't have any clarity. It all starts from clarity. It's the game of clarity. So how much are your neighbors charging? That is none of your concern. उसका कोई भी commission आपको नहीं आएगा. Remember that. So what should be your goal? What you want to settle is your goal. What you want to set? Then you realize whether it is a realistic goal or not. हाँ आप कहें मैं महीने में 400 root canal करूंगी. That is an unrealistic goal. 25 working days. मतलब दिन की 16 रूट कनाल थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गए, थोड़ा सा कम कर लो, 14, 15, 16 जो भी है. Let's settle at 5 or 6. वो भी ज्यादा वैसे, but चलो we can, if you're an endodontist, you can sell it at 5 or 6 or 7 a day. That is still reasonable. Go back 25 days, महीने की 150, 200, तभी मैंने 160 बोला था. So you can set a reasonable goal. Don't set unrealistic goals. I want to have 1,000 units of PFM crown, मर्जर कोने crown in a month. नहीं होगा. उल्टे में लटक जाओगे तब भी नहीं होगा. जितनी मर्जी पेड मार्केटिंग कर लोगे तब भी नहीं होगा. एक महीने में बर्न आउट कर जाओगे. So you have to set your goals and then work backward in that direction. If you don't know any of these, learn the business model. Learn the business model application. कौन सिखाएगा? मैं सिखाता हूँ. Learn from me when you have time. But don't give yourself that reason to believe that I don't know this thing. I don't know is the first step. But then if you don't know something, make that as a learning. Not having customized consent forms. Your question says the answer. Not having customized consent forms. You will never have it because they're customized for every patient. They're customized for every patient. So how will you have customized consent forms? You can't have a consent form for A, B, C, D, F, E, F, G patients. I mean, the name of the patients, I'm hypothetically presuming them. So it is all customized. You have to make that. Each patient will have a different presenting problem. The body and the structure can be the same for a given specialty. They won't. Denture patient का और endo patient का और exo patient का same body भी नहीं होगा ना. उनका body of the consent will also differ. And of course, the top and the bottom is going to differ surely. So if you don't know it, learn how to make it. Not having enough time for documentation on the software. Fancy things attract. Simple scales, fancy fails. Or simple sales, fancy fails. Sale and scale both can be used, but simple sales, fancy fails. We are smitten by software मिल जाए, software मिल जाए. मैं जब बोलता हूँ ना एक्सेल में, नहीं सर कोई अच्छा सा सॉफ्टवेयर है, अरे एक्सेल भी सॉफ्टवेयर ही है. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वालों से पूछ के देखो, उन्होंने करोड़ों रुपए स्पेंड किए थे जब एक्सेल को लॉन्च किया था. एंड यू आर डिग्रेडिंग देम. इट इज सारी दुनिया की वर्कशीट्स, एनालिटिक फिगर्स एक्सेल में बनती हैं आज भी. And you are degrading by saying Excel is not a software. Start with Excel. And when you buy a software, I always say, don't go for that additional 5% discount. Instead, request the company to give you and your staff an on-job training. उनको बोलो भाई हमारे क्लिनिक में आ गए, हमारे स्टाफ को सिखा दो, वो ज्यादा अच्छा है, rather than 5% extra discount देने से.